Where is it? Mhm. Why isn't it working? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Q&A. I hope you will excuse me. I have asthma, and so I may cough a bit during the program. So I hope you will uh, give me some grace. My name is Karen Spencer, and I am the CEO of Accounting for Artisans. And this is the weekly Q&A that I do every Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern. I start out usually with a short presentation, and then I'll take all of your questions. Let's begin with the presentation. Basically, what is bookkeeping and why should I care? So, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a topic that might sound rather intimidating, which is bookkeeping. But I promise I'll keep it creative friendly, judgment free, and practical. We're going to talk about how bookkeeping can help you feel more in control of your business and more confident with your money. So, what is bookkeeping? It's simply tracking your money in and out. That's it. It's not just for taxes. It helps you understand your own business story. When you know your numbers, you're better equipped to grow, make decisions, and plan ahead. So, a lot of us avoid bookkeeping for totally understandable reasons. It feels boring or overwhelming, or we think we're not a numbers person. And sometimes it just feels easier not to look. But that avoidance can cause stress and missed opportunities. Tonight, we're going to change that. So, bookkeeping is a support system for your creativity. It's what helps you do what it is you love to do. It helps you see what's working, to price your work better, be ready for grants or slow seasons, and ultimately feel empowered in your business. And this is important to know. Bookkeeping isn't accounting. You don't need to know a lot of rules or terms or complicated laws. Bookkeeping is like sketching, and accounting is like the final painting. So it's about creating the rough outlines, just capturing the information as you get it so that in the future you can use it to create something. So, what should you track? With the basics, track what you earn and what you spend. That includes any income like sales, commissions, grants, and expenses like supplies, marketing, studio costs, tools, things like that. You can also track some optional things like mileage or project costs. That can help too if you want to understand your process a little bit better. So, you don't really need fancy software. I know when people think bookkeeping, they automatically go to something like QuickBooks, but honestly, you can start with a paper notebook and just track income and expenses in that notebook. And that's still bookkeeping. You can move to a simple spreadsheet in Google Sheets or Excel. There are apps, obviously, some of them free, some of them you have to pay for. Wave, QuickBooks. But it's the most important thing is to use what you know you're going to actually use. Don't pay for something like QuickBooks if you know you're never going to actually go into it and put in your income and expenses. So, what you really need to do at a minimum is do a weekly and a monthly check-in. So, on a weekly basis, treat it kind of like a ritual, really. Light a candle, play some nice music, and sit down with your receipts and your invoices and record all of your income and expenses. It should just take, 15 to 30 minutes, at most an hour on a week to put everything in and then review it. Look for things that are unexpected, look for trends, and don't forget to set a reminder in your calendar so that you remember to do it on a regular basis. And remember that while the goal may be perfection, we're not always going to get there, and that's okay. Like I said, judgment free here. It's not really about doing it perfectly, it's about the progress that you make on the way there. So you're allowed to learn and evolve and do it better as you go along. Give yourself some grace, you know? Bookkeeping is a tool for your empowerment. It shouldn't be a source of shame. So, bookkeeping will give you clarity and confidence. Remember, small steps will make a big difference. So, just tracking 1 week of income and expenses, that's great. You absolutely can do this. I know it. And I'm here to help anytime you need me. So that's it for the presentation. Let's open it up for questions. Um, what is your biggest question, or what is your hang up with bookkeeping? Or tell me what's a small step that you can take this week. So, in the future, I will have a website available where you can put your questions in um, to be asked in advance before the Q&A. That way, you'll know that your question will definitely get answered during the Q&A, and uh, we'll make sure that if for some reason you have to miss it, you'll be able to get your question answered even if you're not here. So, I don't see any questions this week, which is fine. But if you do have any questions in the future, please feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to help. It is my joy and my privilege to help creative entrepreneurs with their journey. I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you again next week on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with another presentation and another Q&A. Have a good night.